Introduction of NordicRaceTrace, a new split timing app for cross-country or Nordic ski races. So this app you will find on the iOS App Store, and once loaded you'll see this icon with the label split timer on your desktop. Note that what we're looking at today is the iPhone version. If you have an iPad, you'll automatically get a different version that takes advantage of the different screen real estate. This is a little different than some of the available apps, which just blow up the existing screen onto an iPad and do not take advantage of that. So that was one of our big goals, was to have an iPad specific view. So right out of the box, you can start timing a race. If you have a typical race of 15, 30-second intervals or a mass start race, you can start doing splits without loading anything, without doing anything, as long as those bib numbers are in sequential orders. So if it's it's set to a 30-second start up here, but you can change that to 0 seconds, which is a mass start, or 15 seconds. And then you can just start timing. There's no need to start the race because this is a split timer really focused on relative time. So you're just, when your first athlete comes, let's say it's bib 1, you enter bib 1 and click enter when they cross your line out on the course. And so here you see some information. It's not going to be that meaningful since we don't have a start list loaded, but it still gives us some good coaching insights. The goal of this home timer screen is to feed you, the coach, or you, the fan, something great to yell at the athlete. It will tell them how far they are off the podium, how far they might be off the top 30 or top 10, whatever their kind of relative athletic goals are. You're going to get actionable information. And it can also key off specific teams or athletes as well, and I'll give a quick intro on how to do that. From the results screen, we just see a results list. I'm going to go back to timer and enter a few more people. So another way to enter is you can use bib press mode by pressing here, and it's a little bit quicker. You can just click to enter the athletes. By default, there will be a warning that pops up and then a submit button, so I'm just quickly entering as if a bunch of athletes are coming. And then I'm going to do a couple athletes who have come by on their second lap. You don't need to tell it it's lap 2. The app will automatically know because it's the second time you've timed that person. So then I click on results, and I'm coming to lap 2 because that was the most recently timed athlete. There's a back button, so I can look at lap 1 results and scroll through. I can also refer to my start list. This race didn't have a start list, but if you're a coach out in the course wondering when a certain athlete is coming, you can quickly go here and scan through the start list. So the other thing we built in late in the process to this screen is the ability to time from the results screen. So this pop-up at the bottom where it says time split, you can also get your number pad or your bib press mode to be able to time right from the results screen. I think some coaches may prefer just seeing this sequential order of things and may already know what they want to say, but others may prefer the specific advice and the specific podium and top 10 and top 5 and relative to other athletes information you get from the main timer screen. So that's a little bit boring with just bib numbers. And what about if the race is not 15 or 30-second intervals, but is maybe a pursuit start with all kinds of random start times? That will work. You just have to upload the race as a CSV file. So we can do that really quickly and easily. We'll do that now. A new race, I don't have to name it yet. And you can set the start interval, but if you're going to have start times in the list you create, it will overwrite that. So one thing we did late in the process, we figured out a place on our own www.NordicRaceTrace.com website to list CSV files that you can upload. We're committed to covering the Eastern Cup, U.S. Nationals, and the EISA college races by having those races up there this year. We hope for others you can convince your timers to start creating a dedicated page to post their CSV start list. As long as the page has CSV start lists on it, the app will detect it when you click fetch, and it will show the races that are available. So we're going to load the 2024 Bogburn, one of our favorite races, and unlike a lot of apps with CSV files, you do not have to have a specific format because we have field mapping, which allows you to say, based on the fields in the app and the fields on your upload, how do I match them? So right now, it didn't see anything called class, so it doesn't have anything. But here, our CSV file called it category. So I just click category, and it's matched class to category, and I get that in there. So team, it might not be called team, it might be called club, it may be in different orders. And then also you can choose whether to have a single name column or first name, last name, because some start lists separate it and some don't. So you can kind of select that here and then import the data once you're good to go. The start list has our new start time, so we don't worry about what the start interval is. And then we do have to name it. We're going to name it 2024 Bog Burn Splits and call it a race. And then we create the event. Okay. Once we've created the event, we click on it. I have a race going, so it's asking me if I want to save that current race. I'm just going to switch without saving. And we will now see if we hit bib 5 as coming through. Oh, actually, let's go look at the start list. Oh, it started with a later bib number, so with 321. So we're going to go back to our timer. We can delete that time because it was a mistake by clicking on it and saying delete time. And then now we know that for one of our athletes coming is 321. So we click 321, enter, and we've got Sam Weber from Mansfield Nordic as our solo leader. Also, we get a lot more in settings when we've uploaded a start list. We can highlight certain teams. So this is pulling from the start list the teams that are available. We can also highlight current certain athletes. I call this crazy parent mode because we might want to highlight our own kid and really do a lot of yelling at them while they're out on the course. So we can look and we can add any of these athletes as our highlight. And that the reason you might do it is you might be a fan of that athlete, or you might be coaching an athlete who wants to know how they're doing compared to another athlete. Or you as the coach may know who the typical top 3 of the circuit are, or the 3 or 4 or 5 who are most comparable to your athletes. We all have those people we like to highlight on for different reasons, so that's what athlete highlighting is for. And you'll see in the settings you can also do race timing instead of split timing. Under the bib press mode, it's very important you have this bib press confirmation, which you can either have on or off, and I'll show that in a different video. And then you've got your sound effects. So that should give a pretty good highlight of everything that the app has available, including tracking live results. So if you're timing a race that Bullet Timing is doing the official timing on, you can go in and follow their live results while you do your own timing, just to see if you're on track and also to have even more information to feed to the athletes. So that's my tour for today, and I hope you download Nordic Race Trace and try it out. Take advantage of that 7-day free trial and practice a bit, because you will want to get used to all of its features before you get to that first race of the season. So my name is Pat Cody. I'm the developer. My contact information is in the app and on the website, so feel free to reach out with comments, questions, suggestions. I look forward to having active engagement with our users. Thanks.